Starting off in child's pose. So come onto your knees and bring your knees wide. And then reach forward. Press your palms down to the mat. Breathe in, straight spine. And breathe out, relax head down to the mat. And let's start our deep breath here. So breathing in and out through our nose. Just our normal breath. Sending a breath down into ribs, down into lower belly, and down into lower back. And out again. And take those breaths a little bit deeper. So breathing down into belly, down into ribs, and down into lower back. In through your nose and out through your nose. And walk your hands over to the left side. And breathe in. And breathe out. Relax your head down to the floor. And feel the outside, so the right hip pressing down into the mat. So we're making sure our right hip isn't moving up away and our right butt cheek isn't lifting. So we're pressing it down onto the right ankle and on our right heel even. And you should feel a stretch down the right side of body as you press your right hip and your right butt cheek onto your right heel. And sending those breaths down into the right ribs, down into the right lower belly, and out. Keep that deep breath flowing. Breathe in and breathe out. Walk your hands back to the center and then over to the right side. Deep breath in and breathe out. Stretch and reach your palms of your hands forward and press your left butt cheek onto your left heel. Noticing the breath flowing in through the nose, down through our breathing passage, down into our ribs, down into lower belly. And as we breathe out, relax your jaw, relax the space between your eyebrows, relax your shoulders. And back to center. Walk your hands in and then come into all fours for cat-cow. Press tops of feet down and breathe in. Bending your elbows and press your tailbone up to the ceiling, head up to ceiling. Arch your chest forward. As you breathe out, navel to spine. Press away from the mat, straighten your arms and press the tops of your feet down. Breathe in, go again, arch your chest forward. And breathe out, go the other way. Continue that in your own time. Moving hips from side to side. And then take some spinal rolls. And take your hands a little further forward, tuck your toes and lift your hips and knees for downward dog. And spread out your fingers and press all of your palms and your fingers into the mat. Take a bend in your knees, straighten your spine. And as you bend your knees, you can walk out your knees. So bend one knee and the other and then move your hips from side to side just to stretch out the back of the legs. And come into some stillness. And let's get into our breath here. So breathe in and exhale. Big breath in. Breathe out. Take left foot to center of mat. Breathe in, raise right foot to ceiling. And breathe out, bend at knee, open at your hip. And then take some circles with your right foot around one way and the other way. And then big circles with your right knee around in both directions. And then step your right foot forward to the outside of your right hand. Lower your left knee down. Then breathe in. Take your right hand to your right thigh bone. Breathe in. As you breathe out, I'll go this way. As you breathe out, open your right hip and right thigh to the right side. So it's like an internal rotation of your right thigh. We're pressing a right thigh towards the right side. Breathe in, lengthen spine. And as you breathe out, open your chest to the right side and relax your head and neck. Bend your left foot and then take it with your right hand if it can reach. If it can't, you can take a strap for this. And breathe in. And as you breathe out, open your chest to the right side and relax your head and neck. And release. Hands to the mat and step back for down dog. Take right foot to center of mat. Breathe in, raise left foot to ceiling. As you breathe out, bend at your knee and open at your hip. And take some rotations of your foot around in both directions. Big rotations with your knee around in both directions. And then take your left foot to the outside of the left hand. I'll just turn around. Right hand to the mat and breathe in. Take your left hand to the left thigh and breathe out. Open your left thigh to the left side. Notice any sensations, any stretches you can feel here. And then bend your right foot and take it with your left hand. And breathe in and breathe out. Open your chest to the left side. Release your foot, hands to the mat and step back for down dog. Deep breath in and breathe out. Walk or step feet to hands, halfway lift, breathe in. And breathe out, fold forward. Take your feet hip width apart and interlace your fingers to your opposite elbows. Take a gentle rock from side to side. Interlace fingers at lower back and breathe in. And breathe out, stretch your hands and your arms to the front of the mat. Release, lower your hands down to the mat and then slowly come up to standing. And then once you're up, hands up to the ceiling, breathe in and breathe out, hands at heart center, close down your eyes. Tuck your bottom ribs in so you don't have an arch in your back. And set your intention here. I'm going to set an intention to take deep, full, nourishing breaths in and out again. Excuse me. Have an amazing practice and open your eyes. Breathe in, hands up, and breathe out, fold forward. Halfway lift, breathe in. Hands down to mat and step back high plank. Down to low plank. Up dog or cobra, breathe in. And exhale, downward dog. Breathe in and breathe out. Walk or step your feet to your hands, halfway lift, breathe in. And breathe out, fold forward. Rise, come up to standing, hands up to ceiling. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift, breathe in. Hands down to mat and step back high plank, low plank, elbows into your ribs. Up dog or cobra, breathe in, shoulders down your back. And breathe out, downward dog. Big breath in and breathe out. Walk or step your feet to your hands and then come into sitting and then lying. And we're going to do a quick round of abs. So interlace your, put one knee over the other knee. Interlace your fingers behind your head and neck. Engage your core and tuck your tailbone up. And we're going to pulse up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch your legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And release. Hug your knees in or take a full body stretch and stretch it out. Breathe in and breathe out. Let it go. Take happy baby. Bend your knees and take outside edges of your feet. And then gently rock from side to side. Could straighten one leg and then straighten the other leg. Or you can take the big toes with your first two fingers if that feels good. And then come into our final resting pose of Shavasana. Reach your hands above your head, toes stretching. Take a big deep breath in and breathe out, stretch them out. And then close down your eyes and take your palms either side of you and your hands either side of you, palms facing the ceiling and feet flopped out to the side. Let go of any deep breathing and relax down for Shavasana. And start wiggling out toes, wiggling out fingers. Take a rock of your head from side to side. Deep breaths in and breathe out. Bend your knees and hug your knees to your chest. And come into lying on the side and cushion your head with your hands. And then supporting your head up with your hands. Come into sitting cross-legged on the mat. Hands at heart center, eyes closed. Take a deep breath in and breathe out. And just take a moment to notice how you feel now compared to the start of the practice. And take a moment to acknowledge yourself and celebrate yourself for showing up today on the mat for yourself, for your mind, your body, and your spirit. Take your hands to the center of your eyebrows, a gentle bow, and namaste. Well done. I hope you enjoyed that. And if you liked it, you can give it a thumbs up to let me know. Also, if you'd like more information from the Yoga for OT community, or just more information about any yoga that I'm doing, you can click to get email updates below this video. Also, I'm doing classes in the Nottinghamshire area. If you're interested in joining, you can let me know, reach out, and I'll send you details about that.